a lot of the work that I do is very taxing on my spirit. And so I had to have some kind of way to be able to replenish that. And it's kind of funny, like you're not really conscious that you need to do that necessarily until you look up and you just don't have any energy for yourself or anything else. I'm a single parent with 2 children, and my oldest daughter is a freshman in college. My youngest one is in the 11th grade. And so I think the magnitude of raising them and now them kind of going out to the world caused me to, for one, feel lost and sadness. And 2, kind of try to figure out what I was going to do with the rest of my life, since my life, they were the focal point of my life. And I also work with senior citizens and in arts and education, and just the nature of working with seniors, coming to work and so has passed away, definitely has an effect on your spirit after a while. It takes a toll. And just life in general, combining getting older myself, being in my 40s and whatnot, and my body changing and other things changing environmentally, I was like, okay, look, it's time for you to basically kind of retrain my thought process and figure out how to reprocess information differently. Physiologically, my stress was coming out or expressing itself through high blood pressure. I felt like the doctors, there was only so far that they can go, or there's only so much that they could do. When you're not feeling well, it manifests itself physiologically, but a lot of it is spiritual or internal, or somebody may be sad, or somebody may feel lonely. They may be afraid, they may feel like they're aging, but those things manifest themselves physiologically. And I just found that Western meds really could only go so far in really addressing the deeper issues. Diana's general just energy is healing. Just her mannerisms, her energy, the way that she talks, her voice inflections, the way she carries herself. So her just being in my space lended itself to healing just right off the bat. We did toning, which is where you work with the chakras and vibrations, and you basically go from lower sounds or tones to higher sounds as you rise up through the chakras. And I could feel vibrations or things changing internally as we were walking through it. The second thing that she did was numerology chart. Then I had facts or paper that substantiated my personality and my journey as to where I've come from and where I'm going, purely based on numbers. The third thing that we did was a healing bath. So part of what the bath was to take these herbs, basically put them in some water that she had prayed on and put out in the sun. And she got this water with the herbs in it, and then she started to splash it all over me, all in my face, my hair, my head, my arms, my legs, just everything. I think it was probably the most refreshing and healing thing I had ever gone through. I was really kind of speechless about it because I really didn't know what was going on. I had no idea what to expect. I mean, I could literally feel the energy lifting, but it was that instantaneous and that obvious. And it's stuck with me ever since. Going through the healing process I went through with Diana, it allowed me to go much deeper. And as a result of that, I mean, my blood pressure was extremely high. I mean, like 200/98 high. Like the doctors didn't even know how I was still standing at 40-something and couldn't figure out why it was that high. And the last time I went to the doctor, it was 132/78. And I have nothing else to be able to say that healed me except for that healing experience with Diana and recalling it, really. It's one of those things that I could say is living proof that it actually happened and made a difference. I can keep listening. But it also gives me hope that there's different ways of approaching healing. It doesn't have to just be pills or meds. It could actually be flowers, herbs, and water. I just found that through this type of healing, it really was a lot deeper and touched me closer to my soul and spirit, and maybe that's really what was bothering me.